Antiochus.
Antiochus.
Mattathias. Shamash.
Alright, thanks.
Cool. Yeah, you want this?
No, that'll be too offensive. I'll just use the scarf.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. Time for a Shalom Synopsis. So Hanukkah is the Jewish story about a war. 200 years before a prophet was born, not the Messiah, we have the story about 8 days of fire. Antiochus III let his word be heard, not the bird. Annie III was the Seleucid king who loosened things in Judea and let a Jew's day not be missing their normal tradition. But that went into remission when his son Antiochus, episode 4, No New Hope, the king said nope to Jews who had to cope but would fight an uphill slope. His army's power showered the city in 168 BCuddi and hurried to murder thousands, destroyed their holy house and the second temple, a tentpole to keep religious tempo. They sacrificed pigs and cows to praise the Greeks and delete the Jews, but they'd show resistance despite an altar to Zeus. They would go the distance. Mattathias, a Jewish priest, would rise up like yeast with his 5 young boys to reclaim their land again from Goys. With his grand band of merry men, they reveled in their rebel, and all hell broke loose between the Syrians and the Jews. But 2 years later in 166, because remember in BC we subtract ticks going forward, saw leadership move toward a new order under son Judah Maccabee tearing asunder. You would see why he's called the Hammer, who nailed Antiochus, who went super Syrian, but thanks to attacking with Harambe warfare, they sent them packing elsewhere. Save for one soldier needs some drama like One Tree. Hammer, got a Syrian wants to die for his country. Oblige him. After the coup, your boy Judah said to clean up their now hidden temple under the rubble, but only stumbled on a little bit of oil, which they needed more for the menorah called Dora. According to the Torah, it represents knowledge and creation and needs to burn bright every night. So now the actual miracle will give you the feels, because another Jewish work called the Talmud said it would dud, but the menorah proved a stud and lasted 8 days until they found more oil. So to honor their toils, they would hold a festival of light for 8 crazy nights. Now, another version has me learning from the Book of Maccabees, which says the Talmud is smoking crack. See, it says that 8-day festival was just for the temple's rededication and has no correlation to oil or a miracle. While other historians were boring us with that tale, others take a swivel and mention the First War as civil. Under Antiochus Quattro, who was still a dick like Castro, the Jews were split between those who would convert and those who were hurt at the thought of altering their life, but the latter won the strife, and the Hasmonean dynasty has money in the Jewish kingdom as the main line of power led by the Hammer. So all this clamor about miracles, and we aren't talking about the war. What's more, some scholars believe all this holler about war is smaller in reality, for they see Hanukkah as a belated Sukkot because this dolt skipped it during the Maccabean revolt. So let's talk shop. They got a 9-branch menorah known as the Hanukkah, and some guy will light a candle each of 8 nights, again honoring that fight. And the first menorah was made out of solid gold, and I'm told we should strive to be as pure as the metal that made it. So we prayed and gifted 1 per fire stick. So all gifts in one day, or spread them out. Take your pick. You light each candle with your menorah helper called the shamash, like the potato, which can be used to make latkes. Rugby has a haka, and Jews also eat jam-filled donuts called sufganiyot. Go nuts! I said it right. That word is insane. Unless it falls on Christmas, then they eat beef lo mein. All that food, better adjust your belt, or you buy bigger pants if you win some gelt. With Irish and English roots, we can root for a game of dreidel. Pray tell, it's easy to play. Yell the classic song, don't worry, the game ain't long. 4 sides, Gimmel, hay, shin, and none. If you get a Gimmel, you can give me it all, unless you get hay, which is for horses, but also gives you half. Have a nervous laugh with shin when you put 3 in. And if you land on none, money is safe, but your turn is done. Seems kind of fun. Originally called the teetotum where it's from, they weren't slumming in Germany? I did not see that coming. Hanukkah has become commercial like all holidays, but has been a special light in the shadow of Xmas. You might miss the celebration, but remember, in our nation, how many Jewish traditions? There's no telling. I think there's one custom for each appropriate spelling. Pray with rabbi sages or jam out to Rock of Ages. Try your luck and give a spin. We all know Jews love money. I hope they win. Don't be mad at the joke, Jews can take them. Actually, since it's Jews we're talking, they also make them. They don't got a screw loose, they got comedic juices flowing, showing their chops on movie screens, which stay open for Jews, so it seems. Or go smaller with that killer Rugrats episode, Christmas bears the heavy load, but you can take the less traveled road to joyously explode, which is code for joining the mode like Sandler did with his 4 famous tunes. Time to take out them menorahs. But we gotta go soon. TLDR, he lists famous Jews with his band, so instead of singing, I'll just use slam. Goldie Hawn, Captain Kirk, Sam Schulman, Rod Carew, Winona Ryder, Calvin Klein, O.J. Simpson, not a Jew. David Beckham, David Blaine, David Lander, Dr. Drew, David Lee Roth, Dinah Shorter, Abby, Deborah Messing 2. Ian Landers, Adam Sandler, Jack Black, Yasmin Bleeth, Forget Joey and Chandler Buck, Courtney Love, and Ross and Phoebes. Michael London, Louis Post, Nina Gordon, They're Not Goys, Lenny Kravitz, Punky Brewster, Jennifer Beals, and the Beastie Boys. Adam Levine, Harrison Ford, Rob Levine, Happy Gilmore, All Three Stooges, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ebenezer Scrooge's Deuce Bigolo. Abdul Yes, Brando No, Joey Ramone, and Miss Garjo. Jake Gyllenhaal, NJGL, They Won't See Jared and Jew Hell, Perry Farrell, Harvey Keitel, Mickey Raphael, that's what I say, Bill Goldberg, Scott Rudin, Ralph Lauren, Sarah Hughes Potter, Princess Leia. Melissa Gilbert, Jonas Salk, but Springsteen's not, just put it to bed. Osama's not a fan of the Jews, but who gives a shit because he's dead. Lou Reed, Stanley, Geddy Lee, Connolly, Jeremy, Houdini, Fonzarelli, Drake Beck, Spock, Penn, Olaf, Elsa, Bowser, Jesus, Ben and Jerry. Speaking of, Stiller and Lewis, Portman and Rogan, and the guy who Scooby-Doo, Hoffman and Arnold, Cannon Douglas, O.J. Simpson, still not a Jew. Bob Dylan, wow, Judd Apatow, the guys from Google, not Hewlett, Paul Newman, Cruise's agent, Shia LaBeouf, just do it! So go grab your group Hanukkahs and shop on Amazonica, just don't be a Moronica, and have a happy, 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 happy Hanukkah. Woo! That was my Slam Synopsis. It's all I have today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and now I'm on my way.
Hey! Right. I need you to wear this.
Okay, what for?
We have to go walk into a bar.